It's very fun to fill a page with daisies and then worry about the leaves later. So you can take any color because the daisy family is so huge, you can just work any way you want to. I think I'll add an orange one. When you're drawing a daisy, anything can be in the center. I like to start with kind of a wavy line for the center, and then this time I'm just going to fill it with a bunch of circles. Little spirals would also look really, really good. And then let me add some petals. So I'm going to do a front-on daisy like this and remind us that we just, any shape petal will work. And I'm just going to keep layering them, so some will be in front, some will be behind. But you also want to make sure you have kind of, a couple of wayward petals. You'll see what I mean, that kind of just don't line up. And then the ones right next to them will line up fine. Sometimes you got to go in between. So you just try and tuck it in, tuck the other one in behind, and whatever else. This is kind of a Gerber daisy, I guess. Maybe it has many layers of petals back there. I'm just going to keep adding. Now, if I run into another daisy next to it, I will just stop. I want it to look like it's going behind it. So I'm roughly getting the petals the same size, but don't worry about that. There's lots of room for just any kind of variation. The wind blows them, they fall off, they are maybe a little bit bent. So this one's a nice full daisy. And if I feel like I have the symmetry that I want, maybe I need a few more double petals back here. Once I have all that, then I can add some water. I could even put a little short one in here. Sometimes it's nice to add some extra little lines here, like the petal has a little, kind of a little pleat in it. And I could have a very good time in here, maybe to get my pink. Maybe I'll get some pink dots in here. And I probably will leave the center just kind of as is. Sometimes it looks good to make the edge a little bit darker to emphasize it. And then you can take your water brush, or just a brush with water on it, and the ones that come in front, to emphasize it, you could leave it white, and you can sort of paint the petals that are behind it. And you don't want to paint every petal. You'll just skip around a little bit. Or maybe the petal that comes in front, maybe you want that darker. You can have a little bit of each. So this just releases the watercolor pen and gives you a little color. Again, you do as many or as few as you want. Let's do a side view daisy. So side view like this. And it's okay to turn your paper to make it, if it's easier for you to draw, to maybe face the daisy another way. It's always good to look at it like that. So I think I'll get a little side view of the orange one, of an orange one coming up here. So I like when the center of it is sort of a little kind of mound shape. So you see how that kind of has a dimension sticking up. It would show better, I think, if I added maybe some little lines here to show that this is sticking up. Then when I go to get my petals in, the ones that are closest to me will be foreshortened, and they'll just, they're coming straight at me. And then on the side, then we get the longer ones. So if you start with that, you already get this, perspective. And then the ones on the other side perhaps stick up. Again, try one that just kind of bends over, that doesn't conform. And put as many in as you want, or as few as you want, but we already have a nice side view here. So we're probably about there. I can always add leaves later. This one seems like it should be broken up into two, so I'll just add that. This is looking a little large, so maybe I need to balance one over here. It looks like it might need to grow a little bit just to even things out, but that's okay too. This is a multi-layered daisy. And I think we've got it. Then I can add my water pen. To a few of the petals. And just remember, any shape petal works, and you can just keep filling the page, and anything that you put in the center will also work. Happy painting!